Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michele here, and it's Creative Expressions. It's kind of a podcast style, knit, crochet, here's what's happening kind of thing. We talk about finished objects, works in progress, some of the plans, what's happening with the channel, life updates, pretty much anything I want to put in here comes in here. So I'm going to quickly go over finished objects. If you want more details about it, I would tell you to watch Friday's finished objects, but I may tell some more details in this one than that one. It depends on the subject. So let's talk about finished objects. I have this bottle net thing that I put up here. This I'm just going to show you. It's done. If you want to hear a little bit more about it, go watch Finish Friday from last week. I finished this little tiny sock. Again, if you want to hear more about it, go see the thing from last week. However, this is a messed up version of a bookmark for Dobby, and I will put the bookmark for Dobby pattern in the description box below. And this one is here. This one is the tithing hat. Now this is where we're going to have a little more information because I forgot to tell you. This I had started out with one skein of yarn. I'm not sure for how far it went because I also had a knot. I think it went basically to the ribbing. Maybe a round more or something like that. And that was the end of that skein. But I have this much left from the skein. I'm not sure how far that would go, but I could easily find one of these colors to put with it. I don't think I would put the light color, but I could find another yarn color to put with it and make stripes just to make sure it goes far enough. This is Red Heart Soft. And this is the details I forgot to share in the other video, and that's okay. It's called Icy Pond. It's a 4-weight. It's that, like the lighter kind of 4-weight, like a Karen Simply Soft. And I don't know what else says. These skeins are 4 ounces, 204 yards, or 113 grams, 187 meters. There's, it's 100% acrylic. That's so therefore, follow your 100% acrylic instructions. Don't melt the yarn. It's plastic, guys. That's the number one instruction. So I'm excited to have that done. Let's use that to transition into plans. I'm gonna go grab them. Okay. Tithing projects. Got these bags. This is a kit, supposedly. Fleece receiving blanket. Please crochet at least twice around the blanket with soft yarn. And then it has some information about the company that is located in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And it's called Stitching Hearts Worldwide. A person at my church was talking about this place and taking people there, bringing kits home. And so I asked her to get me a couple of these kits. I say the word kit kind of loosely, because all it is a piece of fleece cut to a specific size. It's like, baby blanket size there. And then they've rounded the corners, and it's hard to tell because of the way it is, but maybe you can see there. There's some holes. They pre-cut the holes. That's their kit. And then I provided soft yarn. I'm going to crochet around these. These are what I'm doing for my tithing project for the next little while. I'm also excited because if I get one done this weekend, it counts as things for making Thursday blanket, because despite what some people think, next Thursday, February 29th, does exist. Just saying. You know who you are if you're watching. Okay. The other one is so cute. Look at that. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? I'm gonna leave this one in the bag. But I have pulled out some of my soft, is probably a Karen Simply Soft or similar yarn. And I'm like, it's soft yarn. So I'm gonna work around it. And so I have those. That's what I'm doing for my tithing project. When I finish the multivalence, that yarn's really soft. So that's a 2-weight yarn. This is probably a 4-weight yarn. And 3, you know how Karen Simply Soft's kind of that in-between yarn. They say it's 4, feels like 3, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, the round blanket is the multivalence. I'm working on that. For things we're making Thursday blankets for the mystery yarn challenge, and it's a soft yarn, but I don't want to use any of that yarn until I'm done, because I haven't decided, will I use it for this, or will there be enough yarn total to do something else fun with it. I love the yarns. I love how soft they are. So I want to see how much yarn is actually left at the end to see what I can do with them. How am I doing on that? That is a question we all want to know. We're on Clue 11. Clue 11 has 4 rounds. I've completed 2 rounds. I'm about this far on the 3rd round. So today's Friday that I'm recording this. I am hoping to get that done, all the way done, that clue done this weekend. I want to work on it quite a bit today. I want to work on it tomorrow, hopefully finish it tomorrow. If not, I'm definitely going to find a way to finish it on Monday, I think. I don't know. I'm going to try. So I'll work on it on Sundays because that's when I work on my tithing projects and my temperature things. Temperature things are keeping up. Oh, they're so fun. And next week will be the first of the month. So if you come back next week, I will show you the updates on the temperature projects. That's kind of fun and kind of exciting. Can you believe we're almost in March? It's so crazy. So that's temperature. We talked about temperature. Talked about blankets. Let me look at my other thing to cover all these things. Temperature tithing. I'm going to talk about one thing in the life updates. Guys, there's so many things that I haven't been doing. I am currently working on a knitted sock to give away. I'm gonna go grab that no, I'm not gonna go grab it in a second. It's the same yarn that I used for the little pink one that I gave to my daughter that I talked about and finished Friday. I had it like this long and I had to start over again. So that's why I'm like, I can't show you it. There's nothing to show. It's just, I had to restart it. And then the other thing I am going to go grab really quick that I'm working on. This is like really kind of it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back and I have not made much progress since the last time I showed this. Sorry. I have these. They are, here's the 3 that I've already showed. You put them together with some in the middle and they become a rose. I made 1 medium-sized petal. So I need to make 2 more medium-sized petals and 2 small-sized petals. So I'm making progress on that. I wanted to bring with me this time the yarn. So it's a Yarn Bee yarn. And it is called Sugar Will Cotton Solids. It's kind of a fun little yarn. It's 100% cotton. And since I'm making this to be a centerpiece for my kitchen table. I have another thing to go get. Okay, centerpiece for my kitchen table. Having it in cotton's pretty nice. Anyway, this is a 5-ounce cake, or 142 grams, 335 yards, or 306 meters. Like I said, it's 100% cotton, and it is a 3-weight. So, and I really like it. I really like the color. It's kind of a ocean. Oh, what do they call the color on here? Endless sea. Yeah, it's kind of an oceany color. Yeah, it's a little bit gray. It's definitely blue, but has just enough tinge of green that it kind of doesn't, it kind of almost moves into the teal side, but not quite. So I'm really excited about that. And let me go grab one more thing, because hello, can't just be all together now, can I? I grabbed a couple of things while I was out there. I haven't cut it off because I didn't have scissors, but it's not a great thing because it's like bulging. I could have redid it, but I didn't want to, so I'm just going to tuck it up in there. This is going to be my bowl that I put the roses in. I just did a circle. I did half double crochets, and I should have done less half double crochets around, because that's why the thing that can change the size, like people put out these things, here's a chart to help you remember. That doesn't always work. And the reason it doesn't always work is because I was using a smaller crochet hook, so I actually should have done one less half double crochet in the beginning, because your crochet hook does affect that. So it doesn't quite right, but you know, that's okay. So I'm gonna just tuck that up like that when I put it together. But I did half double crochets and the star stitch in a couple of spots. And I didn't finish off the top of the star stitch because I thought that made a really pretty little edge there. So that's gonna be my little, this is acrylic. I might steam it and kind of melt the plastic a little bit so that it stays in shape. But I also might stuff it, I don't know, I haven't quite decided. So for now it's just sitting here, but I do want to finish cutting it off and weaving ends until I figure out what I want to do. So that's part of that project. And the other thing I grabbed is I've been kind of chatting with Shannon of Another Yarn about the vortex shawl that I really want to make, like so badly want to make, but I want to also finish the blanket I'm working on, so I haven't cast on yet. And we were talking about what kind of yarn and what I found and everything. So I kind of wanted to share with you the yarn that I want to use for it, because I found enough yarn with this stuff. So it's got purples and pinks and grays in there. And this is Perfect Pair. 454 yards, 3.5 ounces, or 415 meters, 100 grams. So normally when you make socks, you need 100 grams to make a pair of socks for like an average size person. Bigger socks will take more than that. Smaller socks will take less. But typically they say grab 100 grams. And so, actually I have two. So I have enough for 2 pairs of socks, or enough for this shawl. This is a 1 weight, so it is pretty thin. And I'm excited about that. I like working with 1 weight. And content. Well, the color is called Drive All Night. Probably, I guess, it almost kind of looks like that hazy morning just before the sun comes up with the purples and pinks in there. That's probably part of where the color came from. Where's the other information I need? Okay, 70% acrylic, 23% viscose from bamboo, and 7% polyester. So I think that having this acrylic bamboo polyester stuff is am going to make a lovely shawl, and I didn't have to go buy yarn, and that's one thing I wanted, is to use something from my stash. And when I was looking at all my one white yarn, this was actually the only thing I had. Well, not the only thing. The other thing I have is 100% cotton that I don't feel like would be drapey enough for the shawl. So I'm using this. I think it's going to turn out fun. I thought I would share that with you guys. I also grabbed this. I talked about it in Finish Friday. This used to be some socks I was working on. It's really hard to tell on camera. I don't know. Yeah. Unless I kind of change the things, you can't see how green it is. It is teal. It is definitely a green blue. It's a little bit tonal because it is dyed. This is 100% alpaca. It was socks. I messed up so much on the socks. I frogged it because I have a plan for it. Talked about that in Finish It Frog It Friday. So this is soft alpaca from Hobie. It is 100% alpaca. I know that without looking. But where does it say? Yep. 100% alpaca. These are for 50-gram balls. 165 meters, which is 1.75 ounces or 180 yards. And it's a one weight, and there's some hand wash wool detergent only, never use softener. Can't use wool detergent unless it does not have lanolin, but that's something I'll come across when I need to wash them. So I was going to make socks, and I still want a pair of alpaca socks, but I'll have to wait and get some other yarn for that because I was messing up so bad. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I started them 2 years ago, pretty close to 2 years ago, probably in the spring 2 years ago, and just kept messing up. It was a nightmare, and they kept getting put on hold for other projects and all kinds of things. And so what I'm going to do is make a hooded scarf. And the way I'm going to do it is a provisional cast on. A provisional cast on lets you work on one side and leaves live stitches on the other side so that you can come back and catch up the stitches on the other side. Some people do that just so they can do a bind off on that side that matches the bind off on the other side. Some people use a provisional cast on to do drop socks. Some people use it like I'm going to use it, where I have 2 balls of yarn. Technically, they should be pretty much the same size. I haven't weighed them, but I really don't need to, because what I'm going to do is do the provisional, and it's going to be long enough that I can make it a hooded scarf, where if I pull it up over my head, it can act like a hood, but really I can wear it as a scarf. And so the way that works is kind of like the center is bigger, and then it tapers down into scarf size until the end. But because I don't know how much yarn I have or how much yarn it's going to need, what I want to do is the provisional cast on. I'm going to weigh them. If one ball weighs more than the other, I'll use the heavier ball. And then work a few rounds or a few rows back and forth on one side. Come back and pick up the stitches, work a few rows on the other side. And then I'm going to do 2 at a time and work on both sides, go across both sides, so that I can just work until both balls are at the end. And then I can have my decreases match. I can work until my ends, till I run out of one or both of the balls of yarn. That will decide how long it's going to be. That's what I've decided I want to do, because I was trying to look for patterns. Most of the patterns do not use one weight yarn. I'll think, there's a lot of information, or they call for more yarn than I have. And so if I end up with short scarves, that's okay. I can just tuck them and wear them underneath my coat. That I don't have a problem with. I actually like short scarves. If they ended up being longer, that's okay too. I think this will be a fun way to use the yarn and give me something warm and cozy. If I wanted to have it at all for any of the weather this year, I probably need to get working on that. We have the possibility of snow through April, so that's one of the things I want to work on. I think that covers all of the like works in progress and stuff. So, life updates. I think the last time I talked to you, I was in the middle of a car crisis. The car is working. The car does work. It's not a perfect car. It's a 2000. It's an old little baby. But it works, and that is great. I'm excited about that. So, have a working car. Yay! I only was without a car for a week this time, but oh my gosh, the drama. It rains inside my house. Yeah. Right now we don't have any leaks because right now the roof is dry. We have a flat roof in Utah. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. We get snow every winter. It rains. It's like, why do you put a flat roof? And it's not built well, so it just collects. And I've joked about inviting people over for a swim party. Not that anybody would want to. That's gross, right? But yeah, so we can't even eat at our kitchen table because we have to have a bucket on the table, especially if it's raining. So, or if there's been snow. So it's rained a lot inside, and the landlord's idea is just to shovel off the roofs and sweep the water off the roof and not actually fix it. I need you guys' help, guys. My last life update is my daughter did break up with her boyfriend. It's more of, she had a hard conversation with him, told him all the concerns she had about the relationship, the things that she had been working on to try to resolve her side of things, and left it up to him to decide what he wanted to do. But she left it up to him to decide that it was something he could help to resolve or choose out, and he chose out. So they are broken up, and she is, of course, dealing with all those emotions, which is also taking its toll on me. But, guys, what do I do with this? Like, I've put so much work into it. I don't want to keep it. I actually want to do something with that stitch. I love that stitch. I didn't enjoy this stitch. I don't like the yellow. So I'd rather redo this stitch on something else. I'm feeling really bad that I did not pick something that was easier to get done. This takes as many stitches as a pair of socks, only it's color work, so it's challenging, and it takes a bit to go across the whole thing, so there's a lot going on with that. I don't want to finish it for him. That's a lot of work to put into something for somebody who's not going to be around, but then I feel bad that I didn't give him a present, so what do I do with it? I know my daughter won't want it, so even if I finished it, she wouldn't want it. I don't want to finish it to just give it away. That just feels so wrong. If it's not going to be for him, I feel like I need to frog it. I just don't know what to do. I really don't. So if you have some feedback on that, I would very much appreciate it. For now, it is on hold. Next month for Things We're Making Thursday, it's bags. So as of March 1st, which is Friday, I have to make a decision one way or another, because if I'm going to finish the bag, I will put that as my project for Things We're Making Thursday. If I'm not going to finish it, then I want to frog it and do something else. And I have ideas. But it's a lot of emotions, and I don't know. I just don't know. Not today. I really think that's everything. I don't know. It's been an interesting week. I had a meltdown with my kids because as a single parent, there's a lot of weight on a person's shoulders. It doesn't matter if a single mom is working, if they're not working, if they have one kid or a bunch of kids, a single mom or a single dad that has full custody of the kids or main custody of the kids. There's so much pressure there. So many things that are your own responsibility without a partner to support. I love hearing about people's amazing relationships, and it hurts. And it's all on me. And I'm not asking people to ever stop talking about their amazing relationships. In fact, I want you to continue talking about them because it reminds me it's possible. And I need that hope. I don't like leaving on a sour note. So what's a positive note? What good things have been happening? For the most part, we've been keeping up on housework. Yay. Cleaning out the kitchen made a huge difference. And it is a lot easier to be in there. It feels brighter. And so it's easier to be in there and it's easier to do things. I've been taking care of a lot of things that were really hard for me. We've been doing a lot of really awesome healing and moving forward, and it's pretty awesome. So expect to see some marvelous changes. Another positive, 480 subscribers. Woo, we're so close, guys. 500 is just around the corner. What would it take to get 500 this month? Oh, when we do get to 500, just know there will be a giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to announce it as a big giveaway or if I'm going to slip it into a Creative Expressions. We'll see. So that's exciting, and I've been making progress. I'm really excited about the blanket I've been working on, and yesterday I did one whole round. That's what I did. It was an easy round, and I was like, hey, I can do way more than a half, and I kept going around. So I'm hoping that I can continue to make good progress on it. I have the round I'm working on, which I'm only this far, and it's, like 15 feet to go around it. And I have one more round in this clue besides the round I'm working on, so almost 2 rounds. And then the last clue only has 2 rounds, so we're getting there. Oh, it's so exciting. Hey, and I got ink for my printer, so I can now print from home and don't have to go drive to the copy store. So when I send out my packages now, I can print my labels here. And if I don't have a car, I can actually schedule a pickup. That's exciting. Exciting news. But hopefully I continue to have a car. That would be the best news. And, oh, check out this. See this pink? Pink nails. I'm going to put a picture of what they look like when they're cold. It is color changing. It is so delightful. So much fun. My last nails were also color changing, and my daughter, she has color changing nails, but she's getting them changed tomorrow. It's a lot of fun. So, we've got this, babes. We've got this. I know. There's so much going on. I want to remind you to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they be, whether they be knitting. Oh, that's the wrong bag. Never mind. I'm going to find it. Hair. Trying to grow my bangs out. I haven't had long bangs, or no bangs since I was 12. So we'll see how well this goes. Alright, so whether they be knitting or crocheting, making up your own pattern or following a pattern, or whether you're doing glasswork, drawing, writing music, writing stories, whatever way you are doing your creation, remember to let your light shine, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!